Great nation Nigeria, great nation undivided. What a beautiful one from Tini Dakolo. We're all aspiring to have a great nation, an undivided great nation, not a nation people just, just discountenance, not a nation people just wave aside, not a nation people refer to as corrupt people, not a nation people refer to as, like pariah, like a pariah nation, a nation people don't want to identify with. Not a nation, won't be proud to use, our international passport. That's why I love that song so much from Tini Dakolo. With that, I welcome you to Change. Happy New Year to you all. I miss you all, my fans, the fans of ITV, our viewers. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? This is going to be the first episode of Change this year, 2016. Some of you might be wondering why I'm wearing this, or why I'm carrying this, or if some of you can see what's on the table, well, you get to know that in a jiffy. First of all, let me ask you a question. What was your New Year like? What was your New Year resolution like? Are you one of those who made resolutions to make sure that we all join our hands to change Nigeria? If you're one of those, then I doff my hat for you. Are you one of those who you don't belong to the school of thought who just talk without action, or those who are undecided, or those on the fence? One moment they're fighting, corruption. The other moment, once there's a little wave of money here and there, you see, the different parts of them. That is a part. That is one part I don't like. That is the part I want to discourage you from, because the time has come for this nation to change. It can no longer be business as usual. We're all aspiring, for a greater Nigeria. We all want a Nigeria that our children can be proud of. A Nigeria that you can travel out to any nation and they'll be proud of you. A Nigeria, that will encourage SDI, a Nigeria that foreigners would want to come to. I remember the good old days of Nigeria when our Naira, let me not even use Naira, let me use our currency. You could travel abroad. You could travel to the UK, you could travel to the US, and when you get, wherever you get to and you want to make payments, they willingly collect our Naira. They prefer to ask for our own currency than theirs, because then Nigeria was beautiful. Then we were proud to say we're Nigerians. Then our currency was so very strong. But is it the same thing today? No. Thank God, I keep saying this, thank God, a new course is being treaded. A new path is being charted. What path do you belong to? The laid-back one? Is it the lethargic one? No. Wake up, Nigerian, if you belong to that school of thought. I don't belong to that school of thought. We don't belong to that school of thought. We want a different Nigeria. Nigeria we can be proud of. With that, once again, I say, welcome to Change. My name is Leo Onwati. Now, I'm holding on to this. Proudly wearing this, holding on to this. First of all, let me start with this. You can see here, this is the Advertisers Positive Impact Award 2016. The Advertisers Positive Impact Award 2015. This was presented by the organization known as the Advertiser for the most artist-friendly television station 2015 to independent television. This is just the tip of the iceberg. To independent television in recognition of our positive impact in the society. Now, that's the first. Okay, I'm going to mix ITV and mine. The next one, this comes from the Spira Communications Limited, publishers of Spira magazine. Now, this comes from the Spira Communications Limited, the publishers of Spira magazine, a meritorious award presented to Mr. Leo Onwadi, my humble self here, as the General Manager of Independent Television and Radio ITV, award for due diligence in service, courtesy Spira Communications Limited, like I told you before, publishers of Spira magazine, on its 15th anniversary celebration. This was presented on the 5th day of December 2015. Thank God for that. I thank all those who made it possible. It wasn't just about me alone. So to those who made this, who gave this award, it wasn't just about me alone. A lot of people worked to make this possible. All the staff of ITV, the camera crew, the likes of. Okay, what I'll do is when I'm going to round up, I'm going to do a special rundown of those who worked hard. If I can, run through all those who worked hard to make ITV what it is today. People are talking about ITV now. So it's not just about me alone, because I alone cannot do it. So many of us worked hard to make sure that ITV is what it is today, to make sure that what people are saying about ITV, eventually, came to fruition. So now, I'm going to go to the next one. The first one was from the advertiser. Second one was from the Spira magazine. That's the second one. I got 4 awards in 3 weeks. ITVAbuja got 2 awards in the same 3 weeks. Now, here's another one. This is also from the advertiser. The Positive Impact Award 2015 presents, Icon Touching Through Media. Icon Touching Through Media 2015 to Mr. Leo Onwadi, though my name was spelled wrongly, but no problem. In recognition of your positive impact in the society, I thank the advertisers for this great award. And then the next one also, this is from the Legends of Nollywood. The Legends of Nollywood. I present this to Leo Onwadi, GM ITVAbuja, in recognition of your contribution to the growth of Nollywood and service to humanity. On the 12th of December 2015, this was presented to me. This was presented in Benin. I thank the organizers of Legends of Nollywood, Paul Obazere and Co. And then, I'm not done yet. Now, this is the West African Distinguished Achievers Award. The West African Distinguished Achievers Award. There's a certificate of award given these days to Independent Television Abuja as the best program content television station of the year. Kudos. This is the one I like most. Wow. The best program content television station of the year. People are talking about the changes in ITV. In recognition of what ITV is doing right now, this came from the West African Distinguished Achievers Award organizers. I say a big thank you to the organizers of this award for recognizing the changes in ITV, and I hope advertisers are listening. I hope those who are looking forward to the best content station to do business with, I hope you're watching as well. This is the time for you to come and do business with us, because ITV has gotten to this standard. We're not going to relent on this. You're going to see better content. You're going to see more coming from ITVAbuja. Once again, I thank Yomi and Co, the organizers of this award. And then there's one more. This was awarded to me from the same organization. This award to Mr. Leon with GMITV for his role in television manpower development and content enhancement. I thank you so much. This award was given to me representing the whole staff of ITV. This is one point I like to reiterate. I want to hammer on this. I didn't do it alone. All those who worked with me, all those who did not relent, even in the face of the constraints, sometimes no cash in their pockets, sometimes they have to go the extra mile, bending over backwards to come from home when they're not supposed to come from home, some having to work overnight, some having to sleep here, and so on and so forth. They all made this possible. So I thank the staff of ITV for the wonderful work, and I thank the organizers as well, Yomi and Co, the West African Distinguished Achievers Award. This was also given to me by the same people, the West African Achievers Award. That's why I'm wearing this. So I think it's time for me to take it on my neck now. I kissed this long ago, so I'm going to kiss it again. And I say thank you to the organizers of West African Achievers Award for this medal. Thank you and thank you and thank you. Okay, on this note, we're going to take a break and go quickly to what we are here for today. We're talking about the fight against corruption. Someone did say here that there's a great difference between corruption and anti-corruption. Which one are we going to talk about today? I think we're going to talk more on both corruption and anti-corruption. What Nigerians are doing. What is your role? Because we're going to open phone lines. Let's see what your role is. What's your role in fighting corruption? Okay? Change on ITV is going to take a break. After the break, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back to Change on ITVAbuja. Change is about changing our behavioral patterns. It's about changing our attitudes. It's about changing our mindset. It's about changing our indulgences. I can go on and on and on and on and on. When Change started, we featured different people from different walks of life, from different political parties, from different organizations. Last year we featured people from PDP, we featured people from APC, we featured the Honorable Chairman of ICPC. We've had several people here who came here and spoke glowingly, about, some spoke glowingly about what the President is doing, some were against some aspects of what the President is doing. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. What we're going to talk about today is your part and my part, corruption and anti-corruption, the fight against corruption. There are so many people who are in Nigeria today who still want the status quo to continue. I've met some people who said to me, God, live and let live. You know this kind of attitude that has not helped this nation. Why is the president pursuing this? Why is he pursuing that? They should have been doing something. Let these people. In fact, even me, not me, they are saying, even me, I'm implying that if I get there so that I'll go and eat too. What kind of a mindset is that? This is a mindset we need to change. Not only about, corruption in governance, corruption in all aspects of our, of our lives. Corruption in all aspects of our lives. Anyway, today there's a particular person amongst all the people I have seen or heard talking so vehemently against corruption, or maybe posting issues on Facebook, on social media against corruption. I've wondered what kind of guts this woman has. I've wondered where her impetus comes from. I'll tell you the truth. If once I go to my Facebook, the first page I go for, or the first person I go searching for, is no other person but Loretta Onuche. I have read several of her postings. It beats me sometimes when I read some of the postings. So today she's going to be on the hot seat because I'm going to ask her some questions. Why she does some of the things she's been doing, why she took some elders headlong, why she decided to stand firm behind the president or behind the policies of the president, why she also decided to stand firm with Nigerians who want corruption to be totally wiped out. First of all, let's just put minds on this. Her latest post is, she said, there is no honor among thieves. And I wondered why she posted this. Then I read on. She said, when people, particularly VIPs across the world, face trials for alleged crimes, they bring them to court in handcuffs. When the expectation up till now, when I'm wrong, I think you'll correct me, she's here. Okay. When the exception, because the elections are too small, when the exception up till now, okay. Sorry, let me take it again. When people, particularly VIPs across the world, face trials for alleged crime, they bring them to court in handcuffs. Full stop. Nigeria was the exception. Now I got it. Up to now, we realize the Nigerian police and the EFCC parade small-time offenders, ordinary Nigerians in handcuffs and leg cuffs, but big-time pen robbers who cascaded poverty amongst our people and caused lives to be lost by looting our treasury are treated as VIP, and accorded undeserved regard and respect. Wow, that's the second paragraph. I've read the first and the second paragraph. Before I go further, I'd like us to meet Loretta Onuche. Loretta, you're welcome.
Thank you
The
for
lady with so much gold.
Thank you for
Welcome to Change.
Thank you.
Now, Loretta Onuche is a member of BMSG, that's Buhari Media Support Group. There's Buhari Media Support Group. There's also Buhari support organizations. Now, the second one, Buhari support organizations, has well over 400 organizations. And then before the elections, I think it was made up of about 17 million people. Now, from what I heard, it has gone up to over 19 million people. Wow. How was that achieved, first of all?
It's very simple. It was achieved because Nigerians wanted change.
Okay.
The bane of the Nigerian society has been corruption, and corruption. And so we have had leaders in the past who came on the wings of fighting corruption. But some of them will come and just fly on corruption and made it even worse. And so it came at some point when Nigerians began to feel the impact of corruption in their daily life, in their communities. Corruption was everywhere. They suffered because hospitals were no longer hospitals as it was when I was growing up in this great country. Hospitals became consulting rooms only where people would go if they could afford it, even to see the doctor. Everyone, most people, especially the ordinary Nigerians, what they had was either going to the native doctor, going to the local pharmacist or the chemist, or they just resigned to fate, and then many of them they just died. So when it came to the point where we had this past government that cascaded, promoted ethnicity and corruption, everything they did was about ethnic groups. Your ethnic group is the north and the south. It was rule and divide. They divided this nation straight, bang in the middle. It got to the point where, as they were doing this, a few people were clapping for them because they were benefiting from the rot that has been in this this past government promoted. So it was we were pushed to the point where Nigerians needed a savior. They needed somebody to deliver this nation. They needed somebody, to go out there and speak for them and stand for them and do the right thing that will bring back all the things we have lost. If not all, but most of the things, our dignity, our self-respect, everything we have lost, most of the values we were taught as children, so which we have lost anyway. So that was how it came about, that everybody just woke up one morning. I think everybody just said, look, I've had enough of this nonsense. We've had enough of this lifestyle of or this institutionalized corruption in our nation that has denied us good roads, denied us medical care, denied our graduates the ability to write their names. It was just horrible. And so everyone just jumped on the bandwagon. And I'm glad they did.
I'm going to take you back. So many Nigerians, I used to, see the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, as a totally detribalized Nigerian. And a lot of people used to see him from that perspective. Yes. But here you're talking about a government that promoted, divisiveness, the divided Nigeria. They use the divide and rule mechanism. I want you to throw more light on that. On what ground would you say, as a past government, did that?
Oh, it was evident everywhere. Let's take the issue of the Northeast.
Okay.
I remember before President Jonathan came to power, there was President Yaradua.
Okay.
We all remember what he did, to settle the issues in the Niger Delta, and calm sort of returned in that region.
Okay.
But that wasn't what our brother did when situation like that arose in the Northeast. They fueled it. and make sure that they did nothing. Now, we now know that they actually did something, that the money that was meant to buy arms, well, it was diverted, and it will be instructive for Nigerians to know, because as we are talking about the money that was meant to buy arms to protect our Nigerian citizens in that region, that it's not just 2.1 billion. There's another 640 something billion naira. So in total, we are talking about $6 billion US. That's what they said, because they did not care about our people in the north. If these people were from the Niger Delta, probably something would have happened.
I might disagree with you there.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you two questions quickly. First of all, what was done in the Northeast, if you refer to it as divide and rule, was it done for political gains or because of their greed for money? These are two issues.
Both.
You're saying both?
Both.
Okay. Both. Now, and you also said if you was in the Niger Delta, it would have been something else.
Probably.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe by the time we allow our viewers to call in, we'll get to hear their views on this. Now, the other one, the monies that were diverted. First of all, like it is said in law, until it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt, whoever is being accused is supposed to be seen as being alleged to have done this.
That's right.
Which means the man behind or at the center of the whole issue right now can still be seen to be innocent until otherwise proven. Has it been proven, or all the allegations or accusations, have they been proven against him?
The issue here is very different.
Okay.
You accuse somebody of doing something, and then you take them to the court so that their innocence or otherwise is proven. In this case, retired Colonel Dasuki has named some people. He gave some of the votes.
Okay.
So that is admitting.
Okay, so that makes him culpable.
That's admitting.
Okay.
And I don't know if somebody goes to court and says, I plead not guilty, but you have given the list of the names you pass the money to. What are you doing? What are you thinking of? So we cannot but call them what they are. That's exactly, they took our money. We have evidence that they took the money. They confirmed the evidence we have by agreeing that I get this so amount, I get that so amount. It's not your money, it's our money.
Now let's go a little bit on probability.
Yeah.
He has named so many people.
That's right.
Some were bold enough to say, yes, I collected this, but I didn't know it was from, or it was meant to purchase military hardware. I did not use the money. It was I used this for, or the money was given to the party. It was an inter-party, affair. Blah 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 blah. Out of all the people he has mentioned, who would you say is able to escape culpability? Is there anyone you think? I know you're not a lawyer, but let's just do it in the
Yes, that's what I was going to say, that I'm not a lawyer, and because the cases are mostly in the court, many of them are under investigation. I think we will leave that, to the law court to decide. To decide. But for me, as an individual, as a patriotic Nigerian, I find it absolutely disgusting that people who we have placed in positions of trust will take money that was meant to equip our gallant and brave soldiers, and they turned our military into cities. Our soldiers have been praised, for the job they have done gallantly, bravely and courageously across the world. The United Nations have praised them. The African Union has praised them. We have praised them for the work, for their gallantry. Only for them to be sent to confront the deadly Boko Haram empty-handed. Some of them bought their own uniforms. Some of them had to go to the black market to buy bullets, while these men we have placed in trust were busy sharing the money. That is a national disgrace.
Wow. Well, I think the all has not been heard, because you just talked about the new one now, the 600 million naira.
It's not a new one. They came together.
Okay, they came together.
They came together, but Nigerians, all of us, sort of jumped on the 2.1 billion, because 2.1 billion and 600 and something billion naira. So if you put them together, we are talking about $6 billion. That's what these people. That's what these people took. And maybe to put it in perspective, Lagos State is, I think, is the biggest economy, among the states in Nigeria. Now, Lagos State gets about 10 billion naira every month as their allocation from the federation account. Now, to get for a year, Lagos State gets 120. So, if we are talking about $6 billion, we are talking, amounts in
annual budget of
an obscene amount. That's what these people took, enough to look after Lagos State for years.
Is it only Lagos State?
That's what they took.
Several other states.
That's what they took. Now, I just want to put it in,
Yeah.
So the money that Suki shared amongst his cohorts and his friends are a lot more than what his own state, Sokoto, gets in years. That is ridiculous.
Wow. 6 billion, we're talking about $6 billion here. And I'm sure that more will see come out, because there's no doubt that there'll be more revelations. But let me put you on the spot here. You're not talking for the president. You're not talking for anyone. You're talking to yourself. If you have to take a position, do you think the president, the ex-president, former President Goodluck Jonathan, should be held responsible?
Absolutely.
Why would you say so?
Because he was the head of state. The buck stopped on his desk. He was the one we voted for. He was the one that was responsible for running this nation. He was the head of the family of this nation. He was the one we trusted to take all the decisions. He was the one we allowed to make our budget, to use our money as it was suitable, for Nigerians. He was the one we placed in a position of trust. He came to us, he asked to serve us. And then he said to us, I know all your problems, and I'm going to solve them. A lot of people trusted him. They agreed with him. And then he went campaigning. He begged across the nation for people to allow him to serve this nation. And then he was elected. Thereafter, he went to sleep. It's not good enough.
Would you say he went to sleep? So many Nigerians who still aligned with him, so many Nigerians are still supporting him. Some say he did very well. To a lot of them, he did very well to a very large extent, while some maybe to a very medium extent.
Absolutely, there are people who will argue that he did well. And of course, you look at those people, there are people who benefited from his government.
No, but apart from those who benefited from his government, there are those.
No, I'm not talking about the rich people. There are also, because if I say Dasuki took 1 million naira and he gives 800 naira to Tifanemi, and then he gives 500,000 naira to his wife. The wife gives 10,000 naira to the driver. It trickles down.
Yeah, this is a hypothetical situation.
Yeah. Okay. So I said it trickles down, and so when we are talking about how that government fails Nigeria, that driver that got 10,000 naira is going to say to you, no, he did really well. That's how it works. So no matter how poorly anyone does, no matter how poorly anyone performs, they will still have people who stand by them. But what we are looking at is the majority of Nigerians. 25 million Nigerians were left in abject poverty. Abject poverty, they cannot rub two coins together. They are not sure where the meal for the next day is coming from. And it is still the same situation, but this government is working hard. They are working hard to make sure we reverse that.
Is there a silver lining in the sky for those 25 million?
There is hope. Great hope.
Where is this hope?
The hope is coming from the present government, the present administration.
What are the indices?
For the mere fact that you are certain that your money will not be stolen. For the mere fact that you are certain that the money, the dwindling oil revenue we are getting today, the amount we are able to this government is able to gather from the customs, to be able to gather from the internal revenue, we are sure that this money will be put to good use to benefit all Nigerians. This government is not about a few people like we are seeing now. How many people stole so much, according to the Minister for Information? How many people? About 55 people stole how much for how many? I mean, it's ridiculous. But we have hope, we have trust in this government that if not for anything, our money will be utilized to serve us and to make sure that we may not all become millionaires, we may not all become, billionaires, but there will be food on the table for everyone in this country.
Okay, viewers, if you're just joining us, this is Change on ITV, and my guest is Loretta Onuche, a member of the Buhari Media Support Group, also a member of Buhari Support Organizations, an organization that is made up of about 400, a body made up of about 400 or 500 organizations. Has about 19 million people right now in these organizations. Now, there is something you've done on Facebook that I don't align with at all. I don't know many may align with that. That's where I differ from you. You made some, to me, very unsavory statements about this former president. You said something like, you talked about the drinking aspect. Do you have facts? Before you would say a thing like that, that he just went, drinking and, as I put it, drinking and reneging the things he was supposed, his responsibilities and all that. So? Well,
you have to know that he's not on trial here.
Yes, I know.
Again, it's an open secret, if I should say so. You don't expect me to tell you how I get my information, but if you are passionate about something, you get your information everywhere. Everyone, let me not say everyone, people around him know what I am talking about. They know that was the major issue we had. It was a great problem for this nation. What people who have issues like that, I sympathize with him. I really do sympathize with him because to be an alcoholic, people do not usually admit that. It's a condition that somebody needs to go somewhere to seek help.
But that has not been proven that he is.
So how do you want
to me, I still see that as an assumption.
Well, that's what you see. I know where I got my information. For me, it's not an assumption. For you, because you do not know where my information came from, then it may be an assumption. But that is not but it's part of the issues, that has brought us to where we are today. Because if he was alert most of the time, believe you me, I'm sure he would have performed better than he did.
Now, but I don't know, Loretta, are you saying there's nothing you can point your finger to, or that, maybe just go around Nigeria, there are no things you can just see and point your fingers at to say, oh, kudos to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan for doing this for Nigeria? because it's been this is it's been attacks on him, while the other school of thought, has been coming up with some of the good things he did for this country. So would you align with the other school of thought?
I would say that what you call attacks are not really attacks, because what I go out there to say to do is to let Nigerians know the truth, the facts of the matter. I remember in 2010, I'm also a member of the Conservative Party in the UK. When we won the election, the nation was on its knees. And the Labour Party had run the economy to the point, not through corruption, but just not knowing the right things to do. And they ran the nation aground. When we took over as the government in power, the economy went even further worse. But what were we? Why was it so? We were suffering from the effect of the past administration, and that is what I am trying to let Nigerians know. That one, President Buhari is not a magician. You cannot take, because I remember also when the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom said that if the money taken out of Nigeria were to be taken out of the United Kingdom would to exist. That was how he put it. You cannot expect that with all the money being taken from our economy, or having been taken from our nation, road contracts awarded not done, hospital contracts for hospitals awarded not done, outright, embezzlement and then stuffing one's pockets with public funds. You cannot expect us to be handling all of that and expect a miracle and expect that the economy will just in 7 to 8 months. For heaven's sake, it took over 6 years to bring this economy to where it is today.
As in the UK?
No, here. I'm talking about here. Okay. So I'm saying that even as we speak, if issues arise in the UK and it's not only in the UK, in America, elsewhere, where the problem is linked to the past administration, they are not shy to say it. So what I do, and some who believe how I believe passionately about the future of this nation, we try to point to Nigerians to where the problems, where before this government took over. You cannot blame this government for the things of President Jonathan's government. They themselves inherited some problems, so they could have blamed the government before then. That is how it works. You don't tell Buhari to go and blame Obasanjo's administration and blame Lord Lugard for the problems that were caused only 6 years ago. So that is the issue. It's not about attacking him. I'm not attacking him. What I am doing, I am stating the obvious. When I say things online or offline, I do not tell lies. I do not lie because I have no reason to. I am only declaring the facts as I know them, so that Nigerians can see and know where we are coming from, who caused the problem, and then that will help them to place the blame rightly where it should belong.
Okay, the president right now travels to UAE. I know you're aware of that. You also posted something on that. Breaking news here: United Arab Emirates and Nigeria signs bilateral agreement to extradite Nigerians hiding their loot in Dubai.
Yes.
There's this talk that many of the looters, so to say, in this country invested so much in Dubai, built houses, hotels, businesses in Dubai. First of all, I don't know, you may not be in a position to tell us more on this. So, but if you are in a position, you can dwell on that. Now, the other one, he went to Dubai, this has been signed. Does it mean that the access of those people who looted funds that have been traced to Dubai, that those assets will be frozen, they'll be confiscated, those assets will be returned to Nigeria? Does it also mean that whatever money that has been stashed over there will be returned, or is it just about whoever runs out of Nigeria to Dubai will be repatriated here?
No, it's about everything you have said. I haven't seen the full details, but I can assure you that President Buhari does not do things in half measures. It's not just going to be if you run there, they will repatriate you. No. We have billions of money in Dubai and elsewhere, not just in that, not just there.
Not just in Dubai, several nations.
Yes. So, countries, I am surprised that we are just signing such an agreement with the United Arab Emirates for the first time. What has the past government done? Why haven't they done so? It's because they were all part of the rush that took our national treasury to Dubai and elsewhere. So I can assure you that it is going to be a total recovery of everything that has been stolen from the poor of this nation. It's going to be a total recovery. And of course, they will be taken to court, and if the court finds them guilty, they will be jailed.
Okay, we'll take a break, but before we take the break, I'm going to quickly ask her this question. After the break, she will dwell on it. She said total recovery. We've had several, nations say, oh, they stole Nigeria money, they send them to this country, they send them to that country, we're going to repatriate the whole loot. We heard about Abacha's loot repatriated. We don't know what has happened to all the monies recovered till tomorrow. We've had several other ones recovered here and there. Till now, Nigerians don't know what these monies have been used for. So, after the break, I'd like you to dwell on this. And then secondly, which nation in its right frame of mind will want to let go of any money that have been brought into the economy, because they know that letting go of such monies will affect the economy? When we get back, I'd like you to dwell on that. We'll take a break now. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Change. If you're just joining us, this is Change on ITV, the program that dwells on corruption and anti-corruption, the way out of corruption. What we all have to do to make sure that corruption is totally divorced from, our system, so that we can have a Nigeria that we are proud of. And my guest has been Loretta Onuche, a member of the Buhari Media Support Group and Buhari Support Organization. She's had several postings. Like I said during the intro, anytime I go to Facebook, I go straight searching for what next from Loretta Onuche. For some of you who don't know, if you go to our page now, go to Facebook, you'll be surprised we talked about the first thing she posted, which has to do with the one she titled as, what was the title again? And she said, there's no honor among thieves. That's one. The second one we just on is the breaking news about Nigeria and United Arab Emirates signing a bilateral agreement to extradite Nigerians hiding our loot in Dubai. So I have two questions on that. So Doctor, you can quickly dwell on that before we move to your next post. And then I'm going to open the telephone lines because calls are already coming in. So
it was in the past when nations will try to keep back monies that were stolen and stashed away in their countries. For instance, the Swiss banks, and that was many years ago. And because through that mindset, a lot of huge amounts of amounts were lost to nations like that from African heads of state. But all those have changed. We have the United Nations, we have all the other bodies. Nations are now collaborating. They are working together, supporting each other to deal with corruption. So every nation now, yes, they will be happy to keep the money, but no nation wants to be called a rogue nation. No nation wants to be told that somebody stole my money and kept it in your bank and I want it back, and you have evidence that it was actually stolen and you refuse to return the world is now like a global village. Every nation supports the other nation, in order to recover what is lost. So it doesn't just it's not a one-sided thing, because sometimes they may also want something from Nigeria, and then we also have to oblige them. That is how it works. It's collaboration and cooperation amongst nations, and that's how it is today in today's world.
Well, I hope so, and I guess some nations are already realizing the effect of allowing such loot into their nation, because when you talk about refugee situations, worldwide now, you talk about people seeking asylum, even when it's not really asylum that they really need. It is because of the economic situation of their country,
right.
That took them out, and
right.
and so on and so. Like someone said long ago here, said if the rich or the elite don't do something about ameliorating, the problems of the poor will feed on the rich.
That's right.
And right now, even though the refugees traveling to these nations are feeding on them right now, like what happened in Germany, and so on and so forth.
We must get in there. You contributed to what happened to us. A lot of our wealth is with you, so we must come in there. What can you do about it? So the best thing is to make sure you repatriate what countries, some unscrupulous individuals from certain countries are feeding in your countries. If you don't repatriate them, one day all of us will just move to your country and see how you feel about it.
Okay, quickly, because of time, the phone lines are open now. You're free to call in. Your next post is about the newly appointed NDLEA boss. Then you also talked about the customs boss. There's a call already. I know the Nigerians they can't wait to contribute. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. We lost that. Let's see. Hello, good afternoon. I think the network. Hello, good afternoon. Oh. Good afternoon. Please. Turn down the volume of your.
I just want to say a simple something.
Okay.
That woman there has a personal interest in good luck, Jonathan. So that's the only thing I want to say.
That's the only thing you want to say.
What you're supposed to say, because you said we are the supporter. So thank you very much.
But you don't even want to be logical about it. Yours is well, anyway, it's got the line. Nigerians, please, let's be very, very logical here. If you have a claim, substantiate your claim. If you want to criticize, let your criticism be constructive. That way, we can move this nation forward. That's the reason why we're here. Let's remove sentiment. I don't want to be sentimental, so I don't want you to be sentimental, please. So when you call in, hello, good afternoon. We lost that too. Okay, while we're waiting for the other calls, because the lines are jamming, but the network is not helping matters. Yes, let's talk first about the new head of customs. You said in your post, is it in 6 or 7 months he generated 903 million naira?
That's what the...
Sorry, 903, is it billion? Billion naira.
Yes.
Billion naira. Yes. In 7...
I don't have the exact figure now.
Yes, so in 7 months, that's what I think that's what I have here.
Yes.
In your post. 907 billion in 6 or 7 months or thereabouts.
As confirmed by the central bank.
As confirmed by the central bank.
That's right.
While his predecessor generated 162 billion in 1 year and remitted only 2 billion. How
I think it was 20 billion for the
20 billion, okay. Remitted only 20 billion. What happened to the rest of the money? And
you know what they say? The goat ate the yam. So that's what
okay, another caller. Hello? Can you speak up a little bit? Your voice is so low. Please, can you raise your voice? The volume of your set. I think you need to do something. Okay, so what's your contribution? Okay, okay. Okay.
Of course, I am very proud.
Okay, okay.
Proud Buhari.
Is that all? Thank you. Now, he said the monies have been recovered. You know, I asked you this question right from the time of he said, I like to date mine back to the time of Obasanjo. Obasanjo recovered a lot of money from Abacha, he had claimed Abacha loot, Yaradua's time, to Jonathan's time. Up till now, Nigerians are yet to know what these monies were used for. I think it's time for them to come out and tell Nigerians this particular amount was used for so and so and so and so, so that people will stop speculating.
We agree. I agree totally. And the president has said that in due course, I think in the next, you didn't put a time frame, so let me not add to it. He has said that it will be published. Every amount received from the current looters, which he has which has been recovered under him, will be published. For now, those matters are still under investigation, and because sometimes they accuse somebody of stealing 100 million, and then 2 days later they find that the person has stolen another 50. So it's under investigation. But the president, and he never goes back to his word. He has said that it will be published openly for everyone to see exactly how much was recovered, and I'm sure they will tell us what they will do with the money.
Okay, before we... another caller, Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome to ITV. Okay, hello, good afternoon. The network is not really helping. So many calls are coming in. Let's see if this person is going to be lucky. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. Please bring down the volume of your TV set quickly. Bring down the volume of your TV set.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Tama.
Yeah, so what's your take on the issues discussed so far?
This is my contribution is that all the money recovered, how much and what are you going to do with it?
Oh, but maybe you didn't hear when she explained it now. She said the president has promised that all the money he's going to recover, that he's going to publish. The president said he's going to publish all the money he's going to recover from people.
Okay.
The president has said that.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, sir.
I trust Baba.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, what about the monies recovered during the past administration? What about that? I wouldn't want to dwell much on the ones he's going to recover. What about the ones recovered in the past?
The ones recovered in the past,
Yeah.
I cannot speak for the government at the moment.
No, you see,
Well,
maybe when let's go. This is just the first phase of our interaction here.
Okay.
Okay.
Because, the former administration of President Jonathan, I go there again. The administration of Yaradua, and for me, I have always been in the opposition. I have always felt that they were not worth, being leaders in Nigeria. So what they did, I think if you get people from their own, like the people who said I have special interest in it, they are his people. They can come in and tell us what their government did. I can only answer for this particular government. Money is being recovered, and every amount recovered, because the people they are recovering the money from, they are still alive. So you cannot lie. You cannot say you have recovered say 100 million from the city and you write 99. No, the city is still alive, so he will see the publication. So everyone will see. This government is about accountability. It's about openness. and that is why sometimes our president says certain things and people say he shouldn't have. Yes, he should have. He should have, because if you don't tell Nigerians the truth, the way it is, truth, is bitter, but somebody has to say it. And that is why I'm a very proud Buhari. Everything he represents is integrity, is truth, is honor, is modesty. So these are the values that were put in me when I was growing up, and I have grown with them, and I have thankfully transferred the same thing to my children. And because we lost these values, that's what brought us here. That's why we are not. That's why you see somebody who finishes university, 2-3 years later, he wants to own a mansion. He wants to own SUV and all of that. We must begin to imbibe some of these Buhari, values. Values that make you to be content with the little you have, so that if you have a job, say in the ministry, you tailor your needs, to suit your pocket. You don't begin to put up a structure that will cause you to dip your hands into the coffers of the government, and then bring embarrassment and dishonor to your children. These people, how do you think their children feel? How do their children feel when they see the pictures of their fathers? We haven't gone to mothers yet. We will soon go to mothers. Yes, the pictures of their fathers, being, plastered all over the internet, newspaper, being called names. What psychological damage are you doing to your children?
Okay, let's take this call. After that, we can. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Tango. I'm calling from Kubo.
Okay.
I want to salute the woman, your guest there.
Okay.
She's, I think she's a patriotic Nigerian.
Okay.
All that she has said.
Okay.
And I would have to say this. Nigeria is our country. We don't have any other country apart from Nigeria. It is going to do us a great deal if we support this country, if we support this present administration to move this country forward. Because we don't have any other place to run to. Look at some people are calling for secession. Have they looked at South Sudan and Sudan?
Okay.
Are they working there? So look at Nigeria. Thank God, God has made it possible for us to have peace. So why can't we legislate on that? And, cooperate with the present administration to move this country forward? It's true when people say all manner of things don't bring this current government down. It's unfortunate. So please, I beg Nigeria, let's do this administration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tango.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a sound from Tango, I think all the way from Cuba. Okay, the calls are still coming in. Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Very fine, thank you. And you?
I'll be hearing the program.
Okay.
You guys, what you say, but you said far from the truth.
You're saying what you're saying is far from the truth.
What you say part of the truth, but it's so good to condemn somebody who worked for 4 years to the nation that is not even for political 10%. The way I see it is other than political issue, I don't know.
No, she didn't say that. She didn't say the past administration didn't perform up to 10%.
She say not perform anything. She cannot talk like that. And they talk of the issue of drunk, other drunkenness, I don't know. Let's not have respect for our leader.
Okay.
Whatever we are doing, please, let's not have respect for our leader.
Okay, she's going to answer your question.
When I'm coming, when government is coming, is when Buhari government is coming tomorrow. It's the Buhari government is coming. So if as far as now you say, let the state continue. We don't just forget about the past, what happened. Especially this country, that's all what I'm saying. It's not good by saying this and that, this and that. It's a man, and it's a stop there, the way they will let you go. You see, yes, I don't know what country is. It's not political issue.
Okay, thank you very much. She's going to respond. She's going to respond to your take, eh? All right, Loretta.
The issue we have in this country is that we do not understand who owns the country. Our leaders are our servants. They ask to serve us. We own the country. The ordinary person in the marketplace, the farmer, the school child, we are the boss. So we have every right to call our leaders to order. We have every given right, except it's not a democracy.
The reverse is the case here in Nigeria.
We have every right to tell our leaders how we feel. If tomorrow, and God forbid, President Buhari begins to go the other way, I will be one of the first people to take up, massive criticism against him. If you come to serve the people, serve, that's what they call them, serve. They call them public servants, political, appointed political office holders are public servants. They serve the public. We are not to idolize them. We are to dictate, and they do it. It's just like the Senate. The House of Senate are there the members are there to represent you and I. They do not vote for anything without consulting us. But that is not what we see in this country. They go there and they vote according to their political persuasion, not according to the needs of their immediate community and their constituency. That has to change. Nigerians are beginning to be aware now that they are in charge. We did it a few months ago. We removed the sitting government and brought in somebody we will trust enough to take us further. That's an indication that we are getting back our rule. We are getting back our power. Nigerians need to stop this isolation of leaders, especially those who are corrupt. If a leader is upstanding, by all means, let's encourage him. Let's praise him. But we have to keep our eyes on that leader to make sure he doesn't veer, from the path we want him to go. It's our given right in a democratic nation to decide what our leaders do. I'll give you a very simple and recent example. It's constitutional for the president and vice president and other political appointees in this country to declare their assets, when they come into office.
Publicly?
No, it's not constitutional. It's not given that they should do it publicly. It just says they should declare their assets. And then President Buhari came in and he declared his assets. And then Nigerians began to clamor that they wanted him to declare it publicly. That's not the provision of the Constitution. But what did he do? That's what Nigerians wanted. Did he do it?
He did it?
Absolutely, he did it. Nigerians are the ones who dictate what our leaders do. They are not the ones who tell us where to sit. And for our Nigerian youth, they must stop this habit of carrying our leaders' handbags. They must stop it and begin to put some dignity in themselves. When you carry somebody's handbag, what you are saying to that person is, I am beneath you. And let no one tell me about our African culture. We cannot any culture that puts down the young people, our youth, puts them under the feet of the elders. That culture has to be done away with. Our young people have lost self-confidence. You speak to them, they are bowed. And then you see many of them. People I spend morning, afternoon, night defending, trying to build a better Nigeria for. You see them coming on the social media to call us names because they do not know who they are.
Yeah, you should expect
so they have acquired this the abuser syndrome, where an abuser will protect and defend the person who abuses him. Our leaders, our elders should not denigrate our youth. They are the future of our nation.
Wonderful. Now I'm going to let's digress a little bit after this call. Hello? Now let's digress a little bit. I've heard from little birds here and there with credence that some monies have been returned. I don't know if you're in a position to talk about this, if you've been able to speak on issues bordering on corruption. Monies have been returned by some people. This money is, if it's true that monies have been returned by some people, the ones that have returned money, are they going to be prosecuted? Or what's your take on that?
Thank you for asking me my take,
yes.
And I'll give you my take.
Okay.
The fact that monies were traced to certain individuals' accounts, the fact that they owned up to owning those accounts, the fact that they further went on to return such money, to me, that's evidence that they stole our money. And what do you do to people who have allegedly stolen? You take them to court and you prosecute them.
Even after they've returned the monies and owned up, okay.
If an armed robber,
this is what I took.
If an armed robber, every day on our television we see armed robbers confessing to crimes they have committed.
Yeah.
Do we let them go?
No, we don't. Armed robbers don't just confess without being caught. Those are the ones caught.
No,
I'm talking about the ones that were not caught, that just willingly. I'm talking about people who willingly came forward to say, okay, I took so amount of money and I'm returning it.
It wasn't his money. It's public funds.
Yes, I know, not his money, government money.
It's public funds.
Our money, okay?
It's public funds. It shouldn't have found its way into the person's account.
So you also thought that this should be prosecuted?
Absolutely. A thief is a thief. It doesn't matter.
Don't you think that will make it difficult for others to come forward to say, I took this answer?
If they don't come forward, we have a very effective EFCC, ITVC, police, even our police, they are becoming very effective. They will, look, this is the age of technology. The monies these days have paths that they follow. All you need to do is just follow the path.
Wow.
All you need is follow the path, and you get our EFCC. They have proven to me. I have my yardstick for measuring how well an agency is doing.
Okay.
EFCC is doing really well these days.
Before we round off, because time is fast spent, don't you think? Okay, the past head of the EFCC has been alleged to be involved in corruption. If it's been proven beyond all reasonable doubt, don't you think, like they say, if one finger is soiled, there's no doubt that the rest of the fingers will be soiled. Don't you think the rest of the people there as well also would have been soiled? If that's the case, and one is removed, and then those who are also soiled are still working under the current head of the EFCC, how are you now going to attain the desired EFCC, that Nigerians are yearning for?
What you need to know is that everything in life is about leadership. It's about leadership. Have we ever, just like Professor Wole Soyinka said a few days ago, that we have never seen this depth of inquisition into the corruption that is in our nation. It's all down to the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. At the EFCC now we have a very credible man who is in charge. Those who partook, if it's true that the former EFCC leader did what they said he did, if it is true, those who supported him, they will be found out.
I know that many Nigerians are yearning to ask you questions. We just take one more call and we'll say bye-bye. This is just the first phase of Loretta Onuche being a guest of change, the first phase of this aspect of change on ITV. Let's see who this is. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Obusufu Adamu.
Ugochukwu Adamu, you have this Hausa accent, you have an Igbo name.
Pure Nigeria.
Okay, Ugochukwu Adamu, go ahead.
We thank God for the new administration, for what he has been, especially fighting corruption.
Okay.
Youth are sick and tired of the stealing money from government. Some of us graduated for years, no job, nothing to lay our hands on. We try so many things, even though they ask you to, or you want to go, or you have an initiative to develop. It's only when you have money that you can say, you create on that, or you use the money to develop yourself. Is that not true? But when the environment is not easy, it's not conducive, there's no way, even if you have an idea, you can develop. We are happy. What I saw on the newspaper today, especially, I'm not an ATV, neither TVC. But when I saw, like somebody like example with the today, I was so impressed with that. These criminals like that could be always the public from Nigerians to see. At least our eyes are open now. We voted for President Goodluck Jonathan. Some of us crying out to see that Jonathan should come on board the team, but they rubbish the whole system. We are sick and tired, and everybody wants one of their own. Internet will be on TV, national television, castigating one person or the other. But today, look at what has happened. The money he has stolen, let everybody to make sure that the youth will cry out to, and somebody like all those Anini and what they call them out. We are not, nobody is ready to listen to anything.
I'm going to call this order here.
When they will come on board to campaign on national television to become our leader today. We pray that we don't know, so the president just party, then we have prayed that what to do that man is friend and the implement to carry us, to drive us along as we are praying. God in heaven will listen to our prayers.
Okay.
And also, we want them also to go to somewhere like NAPI, National Power Training Institute. There are a lot of hard work is created there, especially the TV. What do you call?
Don't go accusing people.
Don't bother. We
See, there's not. I need to round up here.
750,000 up to today, nothing for us to do. They will go and investigate that man, arrest him as they arrested police today, so that they will be happy, and they will remove that debt. They will sanitize that system. If not, power system, whatever they want to do in that power system,
Okay. Let her quickly respond to this because we want to round up. Let her quickly respond to you. Thank you very much. Let her respond to you quickly so we can round up now.
Well, I think we can't be talking about one agency or the other individually. I think what I would say to Nigerians everywhere, if you have evidence, because this is about evidence. This present administration is about evidence. It's not about going to the National Assembly to take some pieces of paper. Oh, look what I've got on Amesi, and then they ask you to bring evidence. There was no evidence. It's about evidence. If you have any evidence about wrongdoing in any establishment, please package it and send it to the authorities. They will act.
Thank you very much, Loretta. Like I said to you, viewers, this is the first phase of our interaction with some call her the Iron Lady. Now I know where she's coming from because sort of her background from the UK and all that. Loretta Onuche, a member of the Buhari Media Support Group, Buhari Support Organizations as well, has been my guest. It's been a wonderful time with her here, and I know that many Nigerians still want the phones of the lines are jamming, but I can't take your calls. So unfortunately, next edition of Change, by the grace of God, if she obliges, she's going to be here. And then we are going to go to the other issues she posted on Facebook, as well as what you want to ask her, your contribution as well. And until next week when we meet on this program again, my name is Leo Onwadi. Keep a date with me, huh? Madam Loretta, thank you so much.
Delighted to be here, and thank you.
God bless
I'll say to Nigerians, follow me on Twitter if you want to hear everything I say.
Okay. All right, follow on Twitter if you want to hear more. Or Facebook is there. And then maybe next week you get to tell us what you feel about our posting. Until that time, see you again.